Good morning, dear students. Welcome back again with a new session of Science 1, lesson number 9, carbon compounds. In this lesson, we are going to study about bonds in carbon compounds, then hydrocarbons, functional groups, and homologous series. Chemical properties of carbon compounds. Carbon, a versatile element, nomenclature of carbon compounds, macromolecules, and polymers. So now we are going to start with bonds in carbon compounds. In the previous standard, we have studied or we have seen that organic and inorganic compounds are the two important types of compounds. Except materials fabricated from metals and glass or oil, several other materials from foodstuff to fuels are made up of organic compounds. So the substances which are made up of metals and minerals, then all are called as inorganic. Apart from that, all are organic. The essential element of all the organic compound is carbon. About 200 years back, it was believed that the organic compounds are obtained directly or indirectly from the organisms. However, after synthesis of organic compound, urea from an organic urea from an inorganic compounds in the laboratory, the organic compound received a new identity as carbon compounds. All the compounds having carbon as a constituent element are called as organic compounds. The compounds carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbide salts, carbonate salts, and bicarbonate salts are exception. They are inorganic compounds of carbon. The bonds in carbon compounds. You have learned about the ionic compounds in previous chapter. You have seen that ionic compounds have high melting point and boiling point, and their conductivity they conduct electricity in the molten and dissolved state. You've also seen that these properties of ionic compounds are explained on the basis of ionic bonds in them. Table 9.1 shows the melting point and boiling point of few carbon compounds, as these values are higher or lower as compared to the are these values higher or lower as compared to the ionic bonds compounds? Of course, by seeing this, it seems that the ionic compounds have high melting point, boiling point, whereas these carbon compounds have low melting point and boiling point. Generally, the melting point and boiling point of carbon compounds are found to be lower than 300 degrees Celsius. From this, we understand that intermolecular attractive forces are weak in carbon compounds. In the previous standard on testing the electrical conductivity of carbon compounds, glucose and urea have observed that they are not electrical conductors. Generally, most of the carbon compounds are found to be bad conductors of electricity. From it, we can understand that structure of most of the carbon compounds lack ionic bonds. It means that chemical bonds in carbon compounds do not produce ions. So, if ions are produced, then they acquire charges. As they acquire charges, the electrostatic force of attraction is being developed, and therefore strong bond is formed between them. But here, in case of carbon compounds, ionic bonds are not formed. Implies that there is no complete transfer of electrons, and therefore the bond formed is very weak bond. In the previous standards, we have learned that relationship between electronic configuration, valency of the element, and also about the ionic and covalent bonds. Let us see the background of the electronic configuration of carbon and covalent bond formed. You can see a table here: carbon atom, electronic configuration 2, 4, and the number of electrons in the valence shell is 4. Noble nearby noble gas and electronic configuration. So it is 2, 2, 8. So you have seen that the driving force behind the formation of bond by an atom is to attain the stable electronic configuration of the nearby noble gas and obtain stability. As a valence shell of carbon contains 4 electrons, there can be many alternative routes to attain noble gas configuration. To attain the configuration of noble gas helium by losing one after another all the 4 electrons. In this method, the net positive charge on the carbon atom goes on increasing during the loss of every electrons. Therefore, the loss of next electron, more energy is required, which makes the task very difficult. Moreover, the carbon C4 plus cation that would ultimately form in the process becomes unstable in spite of its noble gas configuration because it has small size with a high net charge. Therefore, carbon atom does not take this route to attain a noble gas configuration. So, what is the other option? By accepting it. To attain the stable configuration of noble gas neon by accepting one by one as the 4 electrons in the valence shell. In this method, the net negative charge on the carbon atom goes on increasing and while accepting every new electron. Therefore, more energy is required for accepting the next electron by overcoming the increasing repulsive force, making the task more and more difficult. Moreover, the C4 minus anion ultimately formed would be unstable in spite of noble gas configuration, as it would have a small size with a high net charge, making it difficult for the nuclear charge plus 6 to hold 10 electrons around it. Therefore, carbon atom does not take this route to attain the noble gas configuration. To attain the configuration of neon by sharing 4 electrons of valence shell with 4 valence electrons of the other atom. In this method, two atoms share valence electrons with each other. Valence shell of both the atoms overlap and accommodate the shared electrons. As a result, both the atoms attain noble gas configuration without generating any charge on them, which means that atoms remain electrically neutral. Due to these factors, atom attains stability. Therefore, atoms adopt this route to attain the noble gas configuration. The chemical bond formed by sharing of two valence electrons between the two atoms is called as covalent bond. So here sharing of electron is called as a bond formed by sharing of electron is called as covalent bond. Covalent bond is represented clearly by drawing an electron dot structure. In this method, a circle is drawn around the atomic symbol and each of the valence electron is indicated by dot or cross. In this method, a circle is drawn around the atom symbol and each of the valence electron is indicated by dot or cross. The covalent bond formed between the atoms is indicated by showing the circles around the atomic symbols crossing each other. The shared electrons are shown in the overlapping regions of the circles by dot or cross. The electron dot structure is also drawn without showing the circle. One pair of shared electron constitutes one covalent bond. Covalent bond is also represented by a small line joining the symbols of the two atoms. The line structure is also called as structural formula. You can see here hydrogen plus hydrogen overlapping is taking place. Here one pair of electron is shared and that is represented by a single bond. Let us first look at the hydrogen molecule, which is the simplest example of molecule formed by covalent bonding. You have already learned that atomic number of hydrogen being 1, its atom contains 1 electron in K shell. It requires one more electron to complete the K shell and attain the configuration of helium He. To meet this requirement, two hydrogen atoms share the electrons with each other to form H2 molecule. One covalent bond, that is single bond, is formed between two hydrogen atoms by sharing 2 electrons. Now we can similarly explain this concept with the help of oxygen molecule. But here, in case of oxygen molecule, in the outermost orbit, there are 6 electrons and therefore their valency is 2. And therefore, two number of electrons or two pairs of electrons is being shared to form two covalent bonds. So here, how it is being done, it is being explained here. The O2 molecule is formed by chemical combination of two oxygen atoms, and N2 molecule is formed by the chemical combination of two nitrogen atoms. On drawing the electron dot structure by these two molecules, it becomes clear that two oxygen atoms in O2 molecule are joined with each other by two covalent bonds. That is a double bond. While two nitrogen atoms in the nitrogen molecule are joined with each other by three covalent bonds. That is a triple bond. You can see in the figure here two atoms of oxygen. Here two pairs of electrons is shared and therefore it is represented by double bond. Similarly, three pairs of electrons is shared in case of nitrogen and it is represented by triple bond. Use your brain power. Atomic number of chlorine is 17. What is the number of electron in the valence shell of chlorine? Definitely it is. Electron configuration is 287. Therefore, valence shell has 7 electrons. Molecular formula of chlorine is Cl2. Draw electron dot and line structure of chlorine molecule. Will be as same as hydrogen molecule. The molecular formula of H2O. Water is H2O. To draw electron dot and line structures for this triatomic molecule, use dots for electron of oxygen atom and crosses for electrons of hydrogen atoms. So we can get the structure by HOH, and between H and O there will be dot and cross. The molecular formula of ammonia is NH3. Draw electron dot and line structures of ammonia molecule. Formula of ammonia is NH3, and therefore again triple bond is formed with each bond with one hydrogen. Now let us consider a carbon compound methane CH4. You have learned about the occurrence properties and uses of methane molecule in the previous standard. Just as we saw the carbon atoms form 4 covalent bonds using the 4 valence electrons and attain the configuration of the nearby noble gas neon and attain stability. Figure 9.5 shows the line structure and also electron dot structure of the methane. Use your brain power. The molecular formula of carbon dioxide CO2. Draw the electron dot structure without showing circle and line structure of CO2. So that can be only shown, it cannot be explained here. So I expect that you can do this of your own very easily. With which carbon atom in the CO2 is bonded to each of the oxygen atoms. So the two double bonds will be formed with each of the carbon atoms. So CO double bond C double bond O, and that is how CO2 will be formed. Molecular formula of sulfur is S8, in which 8 sulfur atoms are bonded to each other to form one ring. Draw an electron dot structure of S8 without showing the circles. So ring like or crown like structure will be formed, that we can try it. Here is 9.5 electron dot structure explaining the structure of methane molecule. The remaining part of this lesson we'll discuss it in the next video. Till then, have a great day.